On the streets, my brother's dying, and I hear the mothers crying, crying out, and the way that things are going.
I would like to speak to you about pollutants and endocrine level disruptors, and especially pesticides and the major pesticide of the world, and my work since 30 years in this area. I had a lot of threats from industry. I'm cited 55,000 times in the Monsanto papers that have been obtained by justice, and they try to defame me in several instances. So I don't trust the real assessments of pesticides from industry out of my work. And today we have identified in our bodies, and this is why we should change to agroecology, and we should change to another agriculture without these petroleum residues, because we have, of course, metabolic waste in our bodies that everybody knows: too much sugar, too much cholesterol, or digestion product of stress. But we have also petrochemistry waste, fossil and more stable, because it comes from petroleum, motor gas residues, but also pesticides, heavy metals, and plasticizers, and additives. We have identified more than 400 pollutants on baby genes today, sticked on DNA. If we take the major pesticides in the world, like Prof, which is 41% glyphosate, everybody says it's glyphosate, like Monsanto this was used during the court affairs in the States. Monsanto said that this was not dangerous, and then it was fined by the court, and there was a real problem. Dwayne Johnson was using that, you know, the famous governor in the States who had cancer due to Roundup, and then progressively Monsanto has lost 2 billion because they were judged as guilty. So we have really explained all the problems, but what else in the Roundup? We have answered all the critics to the work, and we know it's a work where there are lots of conflicts of interest. All that has been rendered transparent right now. So we discovered on baby genes more than 400 pollutants, as I said, and most of them are the products which are in pesticides. They actually are able to disrupt not only the endocrine system, but also the nervous system. And most of these pesticides are fungicides, herbicides, or insecticides. All of them are called pesticides and not phytosanitary products, because they are not for the health of plants, but to kill some levels of the ecosystem. So in the Roundup, we have worked for 30 years now, and one of the major papers was in 2005 in Environmental Health Perspectives. We have found that in human cells, these products, which are also in 80% of agricultural GMOs, these products are able to desiccate human embryonic cells and to cause fetal death, but also fetal malformations at lower levels. For instance, from 0.05%, the recommended dilution is 1 to 2%, you may have death of embryonic human cells, like you see on the right. And also, the surprise is that Roundup is up to 100,000 times more toxic in some instances, depending on the time of exposure, than glyphosate. You see, the blue curve is actually glyphosate, and the red and the dark curve, the black curve, is Roundup. Moreover, we've said if in the Roundup the products are toxic for humans, then are they toxic for plants? So we tried glyphosate alone. You know that nobody uses glyphosate alone because it is not in pure standard dilutions, but it's mixed with the so-called Hynes formula, like Dr. Moyaka said a while ago. And glyphosate, GE, you see, it's like water after even 7 days of exposure at agricultural level. So it doesn't work alone. But the formulas work alone. They don't need glyphosate to kill plants. So there is a fraud in the declaration that the formulas are able to kill the plants alone. And the best proof is the new product, which is actually given by Bayer in Europe without glyphosate, but still being able to kill plants. So the company who has bought Monsanto is still having some toxic compounds without glyphosate in the new Roundup formulations. And you see the Roundup formulations here, of course they are able to kill the plants. But we don't need glyphosate to kill the plants in Roundup. This is the proof. So what is there? And we have analyzed by mass spectrometry, which is the best way to see all the molecules present in a mixture. And we have identified, you see, each peak is a petroleum residue. Each peak is a petroleum oxidized residue, like burn. So in the pesticides, there are some residues of petroleum which are very toxic. And we've identified that they are also used in detergents. For instance, that you put in water to get fracking gas. They are put in most pesticides. So what else? And we have identified also by mass spectrometry that there is a huge bunch of heavy metals, including arsenic. You see in red, arsenic in Roundup, and this has not been declared, but we know since about more than 50 years that arsenic is a poison. It has been also forbidden in 1974, but it is still in Roundup today in 2018. So in the pesticides, there are petroleum residues, including heavy metals, that are much more toxic than glyphosate. And glyphosate do penetrate alone in the cells. However, when the others penetrate, they are very toxic. So we've been the first group, and today the only group, to make a long-term toxicology study with rats. We have seen that there is arsenic. I was saying that in most Roundup, including petroleum residues. The peaks are there. The peaks of each petroleum residues in Roundup formulations. So we've seen that these products are in detergents also. They are used for washing machines, etc., petroleum waste. And in any petroleum residue, there is also some heavy metals, including arsenic. So we have made the only, and today the only published long-term toxicology study with Roundup at very low levels. And Monsanto has fought very fraudulently a lot to try to retract, and we have republished that because everything is known for the Monsanto papers today. This was organized fraudulently by Monsanto, the attacks against this paper. And we know that it is specific and true that we have tumors due to Roundup, but also liver and kidney diseases due to Roundup at very low levels during 2 years and due to these petroleum residues and arsenic and heavy metals. So they say, oh, these tumors in this rat are natural, but they are not, because we have seen that Roundup and most of the industry was using contaminated diets for the control, for the rodents which are in the control groups. So this raises a lot of tumors due to the diet contamination in the control group that we hadn't, because we had organic treated rodents in the control group. So we know that we have a lot of liver pathologies and kidney pathologies, like in Sri Lanka or in Africa, when you use this kind of pesticides. And we have confirmed in 2017 in Nature Scientific Reports that the non-alcoholic fatty liver diseases were due to Roundup when you have an ultra low dose of exposure. So this is like an environmental exposure. So Monsanto declared that glyphosate is the active principle, but repeating that is playing the role of Monsanto, is playing the game of industry. It is only the declared active ingredient, but it is not the most toxic. We have discovered toxicity of hidden compounds in its formulation. And then they are saying, is this true for all the pesticides? So we have tested the 10 major pesticides in the world, including neonicotinoids, and we have seen that in each instance, the formulation is up to 1,000 times more toxic than the active ingredient alone, and this is not due to the lack of penetration of the declared active ingredient. So the real active ingredients are petroleum waste and also heavy metals hidden in most pesticides. So there are two frauds practiced: the declaration of wrong active ingredients and the declaration of real active ingredients as inert and confidential. And this is in most pesticides. So the GMOs created in the world are first plants to bioaccumulate these pesticides. More than 53% are herbicide tolerant, and 13% produce their own insecticide, and 34% do both. So it is the same problem. They are just pesticide plants. So the problem with GMOs and pesticides is the same, because 99.9% of cultivated GMOs are just modified and developed to bioaccumulate pesticide themselves that simplifies industrial agriculture. It doesn't allow to avoid pesticide toxicity. So today we need to shift to agroecology, and thank you to develop this kind of conference. It is very important that Africa will be safe of pesticides in the future. Thank you very much.